Hello, my book-loving friends. Welcome back to Storytime with Mary. This is where we get to read all of our favourite books. And if you're loving reading along with Mary, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our videos so that we can continue reading all of these amazing books every single week. Book lovers, today is no exception. We are going to be reading one of our old favourites, The Tortoise and the Hare. And this has a really important message which we'll hear at the end. This is from the Igloo Books collection and it's a classic Aesop fable. So book lovers, if you've got The Tortoise and the Hare at home, grab it now and let's read it together. And while you're grabbing your book, I'm going to tell you a fun fact about tortoises. So this guy, I got my special friend here. He's not quite a tortoise. I think this is Nessie, but Nessie will stand in for our tortoise. Book lovers, did you know that tortoises have been around, roaming the earth for about 55 million years? But not just that, they also live really, really long. Right now, there's a tortoise somewhere in the world called Jonathan. That's a cool name for a tortoise, isn't it? And Jonathan is about 190 years old. Can you imagine all the things that Jonathan has seen in his life? 190 years. He is the longest living land animal at this point in time. Well done, Jonathan. Okay, book lovers, have you picked up your book? Shall we get started? The Tortoise and the Hare. Once there was a hare and a tortoise who were really good friends. Even though they were very different, Tortoise was quiet and liked to do things slowly and carefully. Hare was the opposite. He did things quickly and boasted about how fast he was. "Let's have a race," said Tortoise, fed up of Hare's boasting. "A race?" cried Hare. "Between a tortoise and a hare?" "Yes," replied Tortoise. "Meet me on that hill tomorrow morning." The other animals gasped. "I can't wait," said Hare, smiling. Look at the hare. So that's the hare. And look at Tortoise, looking very gleeful about his challenge, isn't he? The next morning, Hare and Tortoise met for the race. All of their friends were there too. "Hare will definitely win," said Rabbit. "I agree," said Field Mouse. "Tortoise is too slow. He'll never keep up." Hare warmed up by doing some press-ups and touching his toes. Tortoise just stretched out his little legs one at a time and then joined Hare, who was waiting for him at the starting line. "Ready, set, go!" shouted Crow. Can you see them? There's the hare and there's Tortoise. And there's Crow squawking really loudly. Hare shot off down the track. Whoosh! Tortoise plodded off slowly and steadily, inching forward one step at a time. Soon there was a huge gap between Tortoise and Hare. When Hare looked round, Tortoise was a long way behind him. "This is so easy," thought Hare. "I'll win this race for sure. Look at Hare all the way in front." Soon, Hare saw a patch of delicious dandelions. "I'll stop and eat," said Hare. "I'm so far in front. Tortoise will never catch up." Hare ate and ate and ate until he felt like he was going to burst. Moments later, he fell asleep on the soft grass. Look at Hare having a bit of a nap on the soft grass. No, 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 Hare. Because what happened next? Far behind, Tortoise was plodding along. By the afternoon, he reached Hare. Oh, he must have stopped for a snack and fallen asleep, said Tortoise, chuckling. Without a fuss, Tortoise moved slowly, getting closer and closer to the finish line. When Hare woke up, it was evening time. Tortoise was just a speck far ahead in the distance. Hare leapt to his feet and dashed after Tortoise. Flying overhead, Crow cheered him on. Come on, Hare! Come on, Hare, he called. But what happened next, do you think, book lovers? Hare ran faster than he had ever run in his life. He got closer and closer to Tortoise. I'm going to win, he thought. However, as they crossed the finish line, Tortoise won by the length of a nose. From that day on, whenever he was tempted to boast, Hare remembered the day that Tortoise had beaten him. And the moral of the story is, shall we read it together? Can you see? Slow and steady wins the race. Shall we read it again? Slow and steady wins the race. Book lovers, slow and steady wins the race. Because Tortoise was very, very slow, but he kept continuing. Whereas Hare thought he would already made it. So he stopped for something to eat and had a nap because he thought that Tortoise could never catch up with him. Book lovers, don't ever give up. Just keep going along. Slow and steady wins the race. Book lovers, I really hope you enjoyed that story as much as we did. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our videos so that we can read together again next time. Okay, bye.